Fedor Emelianenko versus Daniel Cormier. Hypothetical fantasy matchup. Who wins this fight in their primes? I'm going to say it's Fedor. Fedor Emelianenko's prime was 2002 to 2005. Top of the world in Pride. Pride was the main attraction for heavyweights in MMA. They had the better division than the UFC did at the time, and Fedor was on top of that division, and that version of Fedor, if you bring him in a time machine and you make him fight any version of Daniel Cormier that you want, any version, Strike Force, the Stipe version, the one that you see here where he knocked out Stipe and won, double gold, any version you want, that version of Fedor beats Daniel Cormier. 2002 Fedor was 26 years old, and Strikeforce DC, the one that beat Josh Barnett to win the tournament, he would have been 33 years old. So you got 26-year-old Fedor who came up in Sambo, right? That's what Habib came up with and all these things. Sambo is basically just MMA, but in a gi. And Daniel Cormier is coming from wrestling. Single-minded approach versus a varied approach that Fedor would have had. Fedor would have literally came up with MMA due to his Sambo background. So he was good at everything. He wasn't only good at striking. He wasn't only good at one thing like Daniel Cormier was at this time. At this time, DC relied heavily on his wrestling. He wasn't in there striking with these guys for the most part. He was in there wrestling heavy. He wasn't like at light heavyweight where he's striking, or even against Stipe. Against Stipe in this picture right here where he raised double gold, Daniel Cormier was 39 years old. So now you got a 39-year-old versus 26-year-old in his prime, Fedor. It's just not working out, bro. Now, in terms of their styles, Fedor had hands, bro. Fedor could hit really hard and he could throw really fast, okay? And he was fast, not for a heavyweight. He was just fast in general. And I'm telling you, man, if you think Rumble Johnson hits hard, Fedor hits hard too, bro. And I'm telling you, you got to look out for one of Fedor's shots, man. I don't care if you're DC. I don't care who you are. You don't want to get cracked by Fedor. And Fedor would swarm you. Like, it could get really hectic really fast against this guy. And not only that, but let's say if DC did take down Fedor, right? You don't think Fedor's going to be tossing up leg locks, arm bars, kimuras, all things like this? Like, come on, man. Fedor was dangerous off of his back, too. He could roll for stuff. Fedor, he's not just going to let DC take him down and work him. I would put Fedor's judo up there with Daniel Cormier's wrestling, and I would say that Fedor could probably show him something, give him some sort of counter to that single leg. There's a great video by Sonny Brown, Fedor Emelianenko, Sambo and judo throws, trips and takedown in MMA. Great video. You could watch this to get an idea of what I'm talking about. See the different looks. I mean, how many people has Daniel Cormier fought that, if you watch this video, look like that, dude? Come on. What are we talking about here, bro? Stylistically, Fedor Emelianenko is the greatest heavyweight of all time, and I believe he wins this hypothetical fantasy matchup with Daniel Cormier. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, whether you agree, disagree. It does not matter. Just join the discussion, follow for more, and leave a like if you enjoy the time spent. Also, leave more fantasy matchups that you would like to hear theorized about in the comment section below. Thank you. You are all appreciated.